Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this super plush and comfy crochet throw blanket. It's featuring the moss stitch. It gives a gorgeous texture, a nice tight weave, and it's very durable. I've included some links in the description below for the written pattern and some other helpful tips, such as some stitch tutorials in case any of these stitches are going a little bit too quickly for you. I'm using a 12 millimeter crochet hook and Bernat blanket yarn. There is more information regarding the materials needed in the description below as well. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to begin by making our starting loop. It's just a slip knot. Of course, if you're not sure how to make your starting loop, there is a link in the description below where I will show you how to do that much more slowed down. We're going to begin by making a starting chain. So we're going to work 78 chains. Yarn over, pull right through the loop on your hook. Okay, so that's one chain. Yarn over and pull right through the loop on your hook. And you're just going to keep on going until you reach a total of 78 chains, or whatever stitch count you're working on if you're making a different size blanket. But if you're making this throw blanket, following my pattern, go to 78 and then come back. Okay, so now we're going to begin our next row with working a half double crochet in the second chain from our hook. Yarn over, push the hook through the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull right through all 3 loops. In the next chain, we're going to slip stitch. Push your hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull right through the loop on your hook. The following chain will work another half double crochet stitch. And in the chain after that, we're going to work another slip stitch. So we're going to keep on alternating between half double crochet and slip stitches all the way down to the very end of our row. And because we started working in the second chain from the hook, our stitch count is going to be 1 less than our starting chain. So you should have a total of 77 stitches by the time that you get to the end of this row. Go ahead and pause your video, finish that row and come back. All right, so we're at the end of our row here. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We ended the last row with a half double crochet stitch. So to maintain the texture of our moss stitch, we're going to be working a slip stitch to start the next row. We want to work a slip stitch in every half double crochet from the previous row, and we want to work our half double crochets into every slip stitch from our previous row. So we're going to half double crochet in the next stitch, which is a slip stitch from our previous row, and we're going to slip stitch into the next. We're going to continue alternating all the way down, and this is how you're going to continue on for the entire pattern. Right now, we're working on row 2. When you get to the end of the row, you'll chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to continue this pattern until you finish row 117. So keep on going until you have finished all of your rows of work, continuing on with this pattern. So when you finish row 117, come back. All right, so now we finished all of those rows of work. We're going to just clean up the edge here. We're going to work 1 slip stitch into every single stitch all the way down the row. This is just going to give a nice clean edge, so it's going to match the other side of our work where we have our starting chain. So we're going to work just slip stitches in every single stitch all the way down. So pause the video. When you get to the end of the row and you finish this row of slip stitches, come back and I'll show you how we're going to finish off our work. Okay, so now that you finished that row of slip stitches, pull up a little bit of your yarn, grab your scissors. We're going to fasten off a bit of a tail end. So we don't want it to end too close right to the corner. We want to be able to weave our tail end in and out to maintain the durability and not have these tail ends coming loose. So go ahead and get your tapestry needle, and we're going to, with this tail end at the end of our work, as well as any of the other tail ends that you have throughout from switching your skeins of yarn, you're just going to weave the tail end in and out of a couple of the stitches just to really hide and secure all of the tail ends. There's no specific rhyme or reason. I'm just having a look for what I felt would be the most seamless way to get it started. And that's it. I'm just going to weave the tail end in and out of a couple of the stitches, fasten this tail end off, and you're going to do the same thing for all of the tail ends throughout your work, and you're done. I hope that you've enjoyed this pattern. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and take a look at the helpful links in the description below.